right? Just tell us your name and why you chose to do UI UX design. The floor is yours now. Tell us your name, why you chose to do UI UX design. Abraham, you
All
need to
right,
start talking.
all right. Good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
Good evening, everyone.
Good evening. We can hear you.
My name is Abraham. I'm taking the UI UX design course. Yes, I'm on it, sir. So, I'm taking the UI UX design course, and from the question they asked why I wanted to do UI UX, I wanted to do UI UX because I was already a website designer and a graphic designer, and so I'm someone who doesn't want to do anything related to coding, but at the same time, I want to. You understand? So I felt
Please
UI
come
UX
again.
was the
At the
best
same
for
time, you
me,
want to do
and
what?
since I already had a past experience with the tech industry. Sam, you with me?
You said at the same, you don't want to do something with coding, but at the same time, you want to do. I didn't get that part. Please allow your story to be detailed, yeah, so that everybody will benefit.
Okay, all right. I said I don't. Okay, I said I didn't want to do anything code related. Okay,
Okay.
okay. I was. All right. So I said I didn't want to do anything code related, and at the same time, I wanted to do tech. So I figured out that UI UX was the best for me since I already had a background in graphic design and website design. So that was the reason I picked UI UX. And secondly, I there were so many times I've seen apps. Me, I use apps a lot. You understand? A whole lot. Like I'm an app guy. You understand? Every time I'm even going on YouTube to check for latest apps I can use on my phone or on my PC. So most of the time when I see most of the interfaces, sometimes I'm not pleased with them. And sometimes I'll be like, "Ah, I really wish I have the skill, to recreate this thing and make it more better. You understand? So that was also part of the thing that pushed me to learn UI UX.
Amazing, amazing. So, how has your experience been so far with UI UX design generally and the course? How has the course helped you to achieve the essence of why you chose UI UX design? Let's hear that. I would like you
Okay,
guys
in
to take note
general,
of the story, right?
the
Okay, go ahead, please.
All right. So in general, UI UX journey has been a sweet one because, to be honest, even as someone who was already a graphic designer for years, I learned a whole new design system. I began to see design or approach design in a really, really different way. You understand? And I got to understand a whole lot of things that even in my formal design software, I do see some of those things there, but I never knew the purpose. It was during UI UX that I had to learn, oh, this is what they call padding, this is what they call margin. Those things I'm familiar with them, but I never really knew the use of them until I started the UI UX design course. So it opened up a whole new design lifestyle entirely for me, and it has been an amazing journey.
Oh, amazing, amazing. So, has there been challenges in your journey? We call this sharing your journey so far.
Yeah.
So we all have to know that what we are in currently is a journey, right? So has there been challenges in your pursuit of this career path or in your journey? If yes, what has been your motivation to continue?
Yes, there has been a lot of challenges because first of all, I run a business, and so sometimes trying to merge work and and learning together is not always easy because sometimes when you are done for the day, you're already exhausted. Sometimes you have electricity issues and all that. Sometimes you just have this how will I put it? You just have this fatigue, and you don't want to do anything at that moment. So I think that at that moment that I myself I try as much as possible to push myself forward, so that I could learn it. So what has been my motivation so far is because I am planning for my own self that in the next 1 year I should be a full-time freelancer without stepping a foot out of my house. You understand? And I've already put that in mind. So that has been my motivation. First of all, and secondly, I really love to do everything I do perfectly. So I don't like learning half. I like to make sure that if I start this journey, I must finish it. So that is also my motivation. So it might be weird, but those are my two motivations.
That's quite inspiring. What I liked from what you just said is that you like to finish whatever you start, right? I'm going to work on this point when I get into my own section. So, if there is one
Yes, sir.
word you can say to somebody that is on this part, we have a lot of person on the call already, and probably some other persons will watch this recording. If there's one word you can say to them to help them keep pushing, right? Even if it's not UI design, let's say they are pursuing a skill. Tech is quite challenging, like we always hear. And the truth is it really is, right? That's why a whole lot of person don't succeed in tech. So if there's one word that you want to give to someone pursuing this career currently or planning to venture into UI design, what would that be? Did you get me? Hello? Can anyone hear me apart from Abraham?
All right. The only thing I can tell
Okay,
anyone
okay, okay.
is in the beginning. Yes, I get you very well.
All right. Go on,
So
go
the
on.
only thing I can tell anyone, yes, I'm there, sir. I'm there. Here. Can you hear me, sir?
Yes, I can hear you now. Go on, please.
Yes,
Yes, I can
can
hear
hear
you.
you, can hear you.
Yes, I can hear you. I can hear you.
Yes, I can hear you.
All right. So, if there's anything I have to say to anyone who wants to learn it, is that in the beginning it doesn't always have to make sense in the beginning. Like it doesn't always have to be really convenient in the beginning. But consistency matters a lot. Once you start it, it sometimes gets to a point where it all starts to feel like I'm getting bored, I'm getting tired. I think I have to quit. That is the moment you have to keep pushing. Like a quote that I like: consistency does not make sense until you start to see results. You understand? So I think the best thing I can say to anybody is be consistent and stay patient.
All right. Thank you so much. Thank you for that. I was taking notes of what you're saying. It doesn't have to make sense. See where I am. You can see my background, right? I'm about to call up the next person. Can you all see my background? Hmm? Hello? This call is breaking. I don't know if it's my network or it's becoming heavy. Google Meet is a scam.
Yes, I can.
All right. So UI UX design brought me to this current house I'm living
Yes,
in,
I can.
right?
Yes, you can.
When I was learning UI UX design, I was living in a one room. My toilet was outside. You understand? I couldn't even invite my fiance to my house then because it was that bad. But that was when I started my own journey, right? So when Abraham said it doesn't have to make sense at the beginning, just keep doing it. Keep doing it. You understand? It didn't make sense then, right? But see how far it has brought me. I was still making progress. You understand? It's your exam that is making me come before you guys to teach you. If I didn't have the knowledge or if I didn't build on the knowledge, I don't think we'll be doing this right now, right? So let's take this call is cracking. I don't know why it's doing like that. We might eventually switch to YouTube so that we'll have a smooth experience, right? Are we together? Because I wouldn't want my section to be breaking. So we might switch to YouTube eventually. So let me take up the next person. Omo Dasola. Thank you very much, Abraham, for showing up. Omo Dasola, if you are here, unmute your mic. It's breaking. Let me turn off my camera. Maybe it will help. Omo Dasola, if you are here, please unmute your mic. I can see you, but if you can hear me, unmute your mic.
Yeah.
All right. So the second person we'll be having on this call to share experience.
WhatsApp has like a chat feature they just.
A what? I didn't get that. This thing is just
Good evening, everyone.
okay. It's lagging. So Omo, that's all. If you can hear me, please tell us your name and why you chose UI UX design.
Good evening,
Good
everyone.
evening.
I already did. I'm talking.
Okay, I think it's breaking from my end. Please go on. Go on.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Can you hear me?
Sure, I can.
Hello. Good evening, everyone.
We can
Good
hear you.
evening.
We can hear
Good
you.
evening. Can I hear you?
Good evening, everyone. My name is Omoda Salah. My name is Omoda Salah Ali. Okay. Then I chose UI, and anyway, I didn't choose UI UX. It was practically given to me because I'm a creative by nature and I like creative stuff. I was learning Blender at first, but then I just met a friend that was doing programming and I was like, what am I doing with my time? I was like, no get everything that they do. And he said, have you tried UI UX? I'm like, what's that? He said user interface, user experience. I should go and check about it. And when I checked, I saw that this was very interesting stuff, like a design which I've always had interest in. So it just kind of came like that to me.
All right, amazing. So, how's your journey been so far?
It has been interesting, sometimes
And how
tiring,
how is the
but
course helping
very
you
interesting.
achieve your the mentorship? How is it helping you achieve your
Oh, it's helping a lot because there are some things that I did not even know about at all, even while I was watching on YouTube. Like, it just gave me a full insight and full disclosure to what EIEX is all about.
okay? So, do you want to share with us in detail how it has been? Like mention some of those things you get.
Yeah, like you like the user flow and informational architecture. I've tried, I've before joining the class, I used to like do designs on my own, but then everything would just be so confusing. I would not know what to do. I wouldn't know what's the next step and everything. But until I joined this class and you explained user flow and informational architecture, it just became so glaring and so easy. Like it's as if they removed a mask from
Your face.
the face of the UI UX. Honestly, so easy now.
Oh, amazing, amazing. So, is your design improving? No, it's UI and UX, right? We'll talk about that this month
Yes.
because my goal this month is to help you guys improve your designs, right? And we're going to
Yeah.
do a presentation.
Yes.
You understand? But is your design improving as per knowledge
Yes.
how to get things done? Is it improving?
Yes. It is
All
actually.
right.
From I've watched almost all of the videos and it has really helped, especially knowing how to operate on Behance and Dribble.
Wow.
So like it has helped me a whole lot. I don't want to even start saying everything. We'll not leave here.
You know that there are some things I put in this course that I don't even know again. I remember when I was creating this course, I had great intention. It was like I wanted to pour out myself, and that's what I'm still pursuing today. Because if 1, 2, 3 years from now, a whole lot of you are already doing well in this space, it's going to give me that reward that I was able to pass on knowledge. And the truth is, everything I've shared with you guys is really not all there is in the UI design space, right? So we'll be talking about that when I
Yeah.
come up, right? But then it's going to give you a base to build on. Yes, and I'm glad it's fulfilling its purpose. So come to think of it, as you are taking this training, has there been challenges? Like Are there some days where you don't feel like pushing it?
Yes,
Are there some issues that you not to
yes,
continue?
there are days
Please
like
share
that.
with us.
Yes, so there are days like that whereby I have creative block, or I just get exhausted. I'm like, what am I even doing? Like, I don't know. The thing would just be so how will I say it? Like, I don't know. It's just I wouldn't be able to move forward from that particular place that I am, and I would just like give up for a while. But what has been my motivation is the fact that I opened Upwork way before I started learning UI
Okay.
UX. So I will just go back to Upwork
And see what people
and
are
I'll go and
paying.
search. Yeah, UI UX. I'll I will now be seeing what people have earned. I'll be seeing 6K and I'll be seeing $10,000 and I'll be saying I'm like and I want to give up. Like I cannot give up on this.
Yeah.
So that has been my motivation.
Okay. Amazing. Amazing. I remember when I started my journey, the first question I asked my instructor was, "How can I make money with this skill?" You
Yes, so
understand?
the
Because
money
if
gone.
money is not your motivation, I mean, I've tasted poverty before, so I know what it means to be broke. And when people say there was a guy in this training that reached out to me that he has given up, he don't know how to move from here. And I'm like, is it that you lost the course or what? He said no. So why can't you move? He said he's not motivated. I asked him how much is your account balance. He said 3,700. And I'm like, you are not a serious person. You can't be serious, my friend. Me that have millions in my account, I'm still pushing to get things done. You have 2.7. So if you can't pay the price to excel or to succeed, you have to pay the price to regret and have a low life, right? So we'll talk about that. So thank you very
Mm-hmm.
much. So if there's one word you want to give to somebody, I need to get into my session very fast. Google Meet is already giving me signal. I want this class to be 1 hour on the dot. So if there's one word you want to give
Okay.
to us, or anybody that's about to venture into this path, to keep them going, what would that be?
One word is just even if you don't know what you are doing, but you are sure that this thing is what can give you an interest, just continue trying it.
When you say
That's all.
interest,
Just
do you
steady
mean
practice.
topics? You
What?
say you don't know what you are doing, but this thing can give you interest. Is that what you said?
You can yeah, like you have an interest to it. If you have an interest to
Okay,
UI
okay, okay.
UX, but you don't know where to go, you don't know where to head or anything, just keep doing it. It will come naturally on its own.
Wow.
Like the help, the assistance you need, the I don't know, the
Yes.
tutoring, it will come naturally. So just continue doing it.
Oh, amazing, amazing. You see that you said almost exactly what Abraham said. Abraham said, even if it doesn't make sense at the beginning, just keep going. It doesn't need to have, it doesn't have to make sense. Just keep going. And you have said the same that
Yeah.
even if you don't know what you're doing, just keep. So that bring thank you very much for taking your time to share. This why I'm bringing them up is because a whole lot of persons sign up for a program. First thing I need us to debunk if you want to succeed in the tech space is the fact that you need to go to a physical class before you can know a skill. I need you to debunk that. I've started my session. The goal is how to take the training for today is how to take your place in the tech industry as a designer, right? So I'll be giving you some shots. If you have your notes, you can write them down. The first thing is you need to know that you don't need a physical training to know this skill. You don't need a physical training. What you need is information. What you need is information. And most times, the information we get on YouTube, especially when we're starting as a beginner, sometimes looks scattered. You don't know how to pin this to this point, right? But when you have access to a mentorship or a course like the one you have at your disposal right now, it guides you to get into this thing properly, right? So if you know you are training yourself to be a tech person, you'll be working remotely. So if you cannot start building the remote culture that I don't need to be there physically for you to learn from me, I don't need to be there physically for you to know this design. If you start building that culture, it means you are preparing yourself to succeed in this space, right? I've started teaching. If you can't build the remote culture, you may never succeed. You may never succeed in this path. I've been on this path for 3 years now. I started my journey in 2022, right? Exactly June 2022. So 2023, 2024, we're in June already. So this is exactly 3 years of my journey. And I just shared with us how when I started my training, I was living in a one room. I don't know why this thing is looking too heavy. I would have loved to show my face. I was living in a one room when I started learning UI UX design. So you might be in this class, even your current place, right, is not encouraging you to pursue tech skill. I'll just turn off my video. It's not going to work. Your current place is not encouraging you to pursue tech skill, right? Keep doing it. My wife was telling me today that even if it means you going to your auntie's place, right, that have lights. Let's say where you live does not have light. Even if it means you going to wash plates so that you can get access to light, you have to pay the price. You have to pay the price. People that succeed in whatever industry they venture into, they have a clear goal, right? So if you must succeed in this part, first things first, you have to build that remote culture. When I was also learning, somebody is laughing when I say you go and wash plates. I need to give you more of my story. So that one room I was staying, right? Our governor now say he wants to do road. They broke that house. I had to go and live in my friend's house, learning the skill, living there. I was sleeping literally on the floor. My friend told me that he doesn't share his bed with people. He was staying in a two-bedroom flat, right? Back then. He gave me an empty room where I was lying down on the floor. He had a couch. They say if I sleep on that couch, it's going to smell my body odor, right? So that I shouldn't stay on the couch, that it will smell, that I will sweat on it. So that was what I was going through when I was learning UI UX design. So that when you think maybe your case is not working, all of you are shocked, right? I slept on the floor for months. You understand? It was in his house I created this course you are taking now that is pushing you because I had hunger to succeed. So despite my background then, I don't know why my video, I'm very proud of my house, right? Like, I know where I'm coming from. I know where I'm coming from, right? And I'm going somewhere, right? I know where I'm going and I'm going somewhere. The thing is that if you must succeed in this part, you must be ready to first of all build the remote culture. Remote culture means whether things are working for you or not, you have to believe that you can learn UI design by just getting access to this kind of training, right? You can learn this thing, it can push you. Guess what? Even the person that taught me UI design, right, didn't give me as much information as I'm giving you right now. So if I could succeed in this part, I'll be showing you some of my secrets in this class in the next 30 minutes. If I could succeed, it means you too can succeed because you have even much more than I do. You understand? You have much more than I do. The next thing that can help you succeed is by having a clear goal. Omo Dasola just said that when she's about to finish, she goes back to Upwork. Somebody's mic is on to see what they are doing, right? Oh my God, how do I mute this person? Please, if your mic is on, Abibat, check your mic. Abibat, check your mic is on. Kindly mute. Okay, let me mute you. I know how to use Google Chrome. All right. So,
Hum, Gary. Mom, Gary.
you see, she's drinking Gary in the class. Oh my God. So, you might be drinking Gary now and you are learning UI design. That's a lighter note. Don't mind me, Sha. So, but it doesn't matter what your condition is currently, right? You can succeed in this part. This is what I did to succeed. First is that I had a clear goal. I want to share my screen now so that you can see what I'm talking about. Let me share user flow. So you need to have a clear goal, right? If you are following, just give a reaction. Let me be sure we are still together. I'm about to share my screen now because in the next 30 minutes, we'll be doing a lot of stuff that can change your life for good. So if you are following, give a reaction. Give a reaction. See, let me tell us the truth. The thing is that, okay, we'll see it in the class. You are following, right? Okay, I see you are following. So the first thing you need to do if you will succeed in this tech industry, I was looking up the meaning of industry and I discovered that industry is about bringing up goods and services. You are providing value in exchange for money. You are solving a problem in exchange for money, right? So if you don't have a clear goal, you will not succeed in this industry. And like Abraham said, it doesn't need to be very clear at the beginning. You just need to know your end point. Where am I going to? The goal is I want to be a UI UX designer, right? If I look into the goal, I can break it down into further categories. Some people will eventually have maybe a design school. Some of you here will have a design school. Some of you here will have a design agency. Some of you here will be working for fintech companies. Some of you here will be working for SaaS companies. Some of you will have e-commerce businesses, right? You are building for e-commerce, maybe Shopify design. The industry is vast, but you need to have a clear goal. So I want to break those goals into different parts because as you journey through the path, it's a journey, right? As you journey through the path, things will begin to become more clearer, right? But you know that the goal is at the end of the day, I want to be a UI UX designer. So once you have the clear goal, the next thing is you need to understand the conditions you have to meet. No new level will unlock for you until you meet the condition. Every new level has a condition. Every new level has a condition. If you don't meet the condition for $5,000, you can't earn $5,000. If you don't meet the condition for $2,000, you cannot earn $2,000. So if you want to succeed as a UI designer, you must learn to meet the condition. You understand? There's a condition you must meet. I was reading a book with my wife. What's the name of that book? Is it uh, The Laws of Business Success, right? And we learned a law that says cause and effect, cause and effect. So nothing happens except something is causing it to happen, right? So if I maybe mute my mic, you won't hear me talk again. So that's the law of cause and effect, right? So the same thing too in your career as a designer. If you will succeed in this path, you must meet the conditions that will bring success to you. So if the condition is I need to design every day, I need to improve my skill every day, you have to do it. If the condition is that you need to do your first project before you're able to do the next one, if you don't do your first project, you will never do the next one. So once you've known the goal, I'm teaching you how to succeed. What I did, right? First thing, I knew that I wanted to do this thing full time. And by the grace of God, I've been a designer working from home for the past 2 years remotely. I've been working from home remotely. Um, I've not done what's it called? Physical office job like since I started working. I know there are some companies that will have you to come around physically to, but all my jobs have been remotely, right? So if you don't have a clear goal, right, you might be trapped. Some of you here join this class. Let me just try. I've been hearing you are your design. Let me just try it if it will work for me. Scripture says, as you think in your heart, that's how you are. So you can't be more than what your mind is telling you. You understand? Some of the things I'm doing currently right now, when I was sleeping on the floor, I was picturing them that a day will come, I'll be teaching students, right? A day will come, I'll be working for foreign companies. A day will come, I'll have my agency, right? I was thinking like that even when I was sleeping on the floor. You understand? So if you join this training like, okay, let me just try, They have been saying, if you don't have a strong reason that UI exam will pay me, it will not pay you. I'm giving you the tips now to succeed because I really want you to, just like Abraham said that he likes excellence. He must be excellent at what he's doing. That's a mindset. I also told you guys, when you are doing a task, don't just do it because you want to deliver a task. No, 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 no. You still put up that attitude when you are trying to work for a company, right? When they ask you show us your designs. I'm not saying your design must be excellent in the first day, right? But have the excellence spirit, because when you have that excellent spirit, right, you'll be noting faults in your design and you'll be improving, right? But if you don't have excellent spirit, like you are not trying to do things excellently, remember the industry is you coming into this space and you are providing a solution, right? You'll be providing design solution come 6 7 months from now. So how good you are will determine how you will succeed in this part. Something happened to me yesterday. I went to cut my hair, right? And the place I used to cut my hair, there's somebody that usually cuts my hair for me. But the last time I went there, he was not around. He went for outside work. Then his colleague had to step in to cut my hair, right? But when he finished cutting my hair, I didn't enjoy the experience. I felt bad, right? Because I didn't like the way he cut my hair, even if I still paid huge for that, right? But guess what? Yesterday when I went there, the other guy was around. And when I got there, both of them were cutting people's hair. The one that didn't cut my hair and the one that I'm used to, right? Um, when I was waiting, the one that didn't do me well finished first, and he said I should come and sit. I said, I'm not coming. I'll wait for this other person, right? I'm like, I'm not going to be emotional here. I'm not cutting. I came here. I'm going to pay big money to do that, so I'm not going to pity you. Let me do this in right. So while I was waiting for the guy that I'm used to, three other persons came to the salon, to the barbing salon to cut their hair. And I was like, ah, this guy is free. They wanted to wait for the guy I'm waiting for. So see how being excellent at what you do can attract more customers to you, right? So imagine four persons waiting for one person while somebody else is idle. It doesn't have customer, but four people are waiting for. So you can, that's how it's going to be too, because what we are doing here, we are doing skills. That person that we're waiting for had a time when he was learning the barbing, right? But he barbs exceptionally well. So every pro you see had their learning point. But what will differentiate everybody in this call now, in the next 3 months, 4 months, I'm going to get into that very soon, will be how well you have honed your skill, right? So that's why I said, as you are learning, be doing the tasks, get things done, get it done correctly, right? So that when you get into the industry, because everybody is going to have opportunity to do something in this space, right? But how prepared you are when that time comes. Why most persons say they don't have job or they've not got it. I was chatting with somebody that joined our free class, right? I think he joined, I can't remember the month, but up till now he has not taken advantage of the mentorship. So he was chatting me that he really wants to do this thing, no, but no money. These days I don't pity people that don't have money, because I've discovered something that's common about poor people, right? They don't like to invest in knowledge. So when you say you don't have money and you are not ready to learn, I will just say just remain where you are, right? Because it's what you feed your head that will determine where you will become eventually. So most people when they finish university, they are waiting for government to employ them, or things are not working. They will not say, "Oh, no job, school is scam." The reason why your life is looking like a scam is because you stopped learning, right? You stop learning. So people that excel in life, check them. They are always trying to be innovative. Innovation means you want to learn how things work in a new way. Abraham said he has been operating apps, and he's curious how these things are done, right? And he's not even what's it called? He's not pleased at some of the interface he usually sees. So he wanted to know how to do this thing by himself, right? I'm sure Abraham will make a good designer when if he continues on this pace, or with this pace rather. So when you are doing a skill kind of job like UI UX design, You must be intentional about your excellence. I'm teaching you things you need to do to gain your place in the industry. You've understood that the goal is to be a designer. The next thing is, what kind of designer do you want to be? Is it a designer that people will leave you and wait for other persons? Even if someone say, "Oh, I'm not free," they say, "No, let's wait for you." And you say, "No job." The guy was even telling me that this one he has not gotten job. He has been in UI exam for 4 years. This one he has not gotten job. But like what he wants now is job, how to get jobs. And when I hear those kind of things, first thing I tell you is that show me your design. Show me your design. So when he showed me his design was not speaking 4 years, right? He said maybe it's his nationality. And I'm like, go to Upwork and see what Nigerians are doing. There was a girl I saw recently. She has done $90,000. She's 21 years old, $90,000. You understand? As a UI UX designer, you get that. So if she was not good at her skill, nobody will open the door for her, right? The industry doesn't work by luck. I need to tell you that also. So having known the goal, the next thing is the condition. You must know the condition. The condition is what you need to do. Let me duplicate this. Condition is what you need to do to be that UI UX designer. What you need to do. Life does not happen by chance for anybody. So what you need to do, if I didn't take the actions I took, right? Trust me, I will not be here today, because I also have my days of things not working. It took me up to like 7 months, you understand, before I got my first UI design job that paid me 20,000 naira. 7 months after learning, right? And I'm going to show you some things you need to do so that you will not take 7 months like I did. Why I struggled that much is because I didn't know some things I know now, right? I didn't know some things I know. So once you've known the goal, the next thing, what do you need to do? All these things, you must take them intentionally. If what you need to do is maybe you have to design every day to become that UI UX designer, right? You need to meet that condition. If you don't design every day, let me just do something very quick. Oh, we're running out of time. Design every day. You see these athletes, these celebrities we celebrate, right? EVERY. These celebrities we celebrate, right? Like footballers, musicians, right? Actress and actors. If you have anybody you admire, maybe an athlete, a footballer, just give a reaction. Let me see how many reactions I'm going to have. I want to talk something about them that will also help us. If you have anybody you admire in your life like this, a footballer, a musician, maybe you like Whiskey, you like the video, any musician, you understand, give a reaction, give a reaction. The truth is that these persons are at the spotlight because they give discipline to what they are into. They give discipline. So if you will ever be on the spotlight as that trending UI UX designer, right? I was listening to Asake's song one of these days, and he said he has been singing since the time he sang Kongoso Otupao. There's one song like that. Gen Z people in this call, you may not know Kongoso, right? So if you know this Kongoso song, Asake said he has been singing since that time, but he's making waves now, right? If he has given up, the fame he has gotten now, he won't get it. All these celebrities, see Ronaldo, right? Messi, Lionel Messi. If they tell you the amount of time they put in to master their skill, right? The conditions they met to become that star they have become, right? You won't believe it. So the same way too, you are coming into the UI UX design space, right? If you will succeed in this space and take your place, I'll be teaching a lot of things on positioning later on, right? But I'm just trying to build your mind so that you not think this skill is, let me just try it, if it work or if it does not work. This is not what we are doing here. The goal of this mentorship, and the reason I've been showing up every Sunday I show up, I want you to succeed, and I'm giving you the mentality. People that make things work, they don't, it's not guess. They didn't guess it. Like maybe it will. No, no, no. From the day I started my UI design journey, I just knew that if tech does not pay me as a designer, I will just be poor in this life. Because right now my brain is not thinking what else to do outside tech. You understand? So I didn't come into tech like let me try if it will work. If it does not work, I'll go and start business. No, no, no. You have to do it until it works. So you meet the conditions. So if the condition is that I need to design every day, if the condition is that I need to take um this month now, I've set a goal that I'm going to buy a new UI design course that I will use to improve myself. In January, I think January, February, March, I was taking Google UX design course. I'm building knowledge. I'm paying the price. You understand? I'm paying the price. Some of the animations, you guys, somebody reached out to me that um, did I teach animation for splash screen? That she has been, is it he or she? That he has been seeing a lot of persons do their splash screen. And I'm like, bro, those people you are seeing doing that thing, they've taken my course and they are watching YouTube videos, perhaps. They are improving. So if you think I did one special class on splash screen, I didn't do. They got knowledge and they're implementing it, right? So those people went the extra mile. I've lost connection. Oh my God. Somebody's hand is up. 7. Okay, okay, okay. If you can still hear me, just give a reaction. I've lost connection. Why is my MTN doing this now? But do you know that these fiber optics have reduced strength? Give me a second, guys. Give me a second. So you get what I'm saying, right? I hope you get what I'm saying. We're almost out of time, so I'll just try and wrap up very fast. So you must be ready to pay the price. Everything I'm saying today is that you must be ready to pay the price. If you don't pay the price, there is no success waiting for you. If you don't pay the price, understand that law of cause and effect. I need to do this to get to this point. I need to do this. So if the price is you do design, you get more knowledge, you pay for access, please, please do it. Please do it. If that's the price you need to pay. So it's a law of cause and effect, right? A law of cause and effect. I was trying to share my screen. Let me share my screen. Um Let me share my screen again. I think I was sharing, but I stopped. So if you need to pay the price to get this thing done, the network has disconnected. Too bad. Nigeria is a terrible place. So we'll soon leave this country. Oh my God. Just 1 hour Google Meet gave us. You can't allow us to do meetings successfully. What's going on? Mm. So I believe you guys can hear me. Even my connection is not working. I'm recording this session. So you need to pay the price. You have to just pay the price. You have to pay the price. There's no reward for anybody that is not paying the price. Trust me, no reward. You understand? No reward for anybody that is not paying the price. So I urge you today, as I round up, I urge you today to pay the price. Pay the price. Pay the price. Let's talk quickly about some of the things I did. You understand? Some of the things I did to to move forward. So once you've known the goal, you've understood the condition, the next thing is the vehicle you need to use to achieve your goal. For me, I improved my skills, I increased in knowledge. So you take knowledge very seriously. If you see updates, please jump on it. People thrive based on knowledge, based on information. One information can change your life. You understand? One simple information can change your life. You understand? So go for knowledge. Go for knowledge. I told you that I've set a goal for this month. I'm going to take another UI UX design course because this is my life, right? This is my path for now. For the next 10 years, I'll be doing designs, right? So I need to be a designer that people can queue and say, please do my work. So I have to improve in knowledge. So you too need to improve in knowledge. You need to improve in knowledge. You understand? You have to improve in knowledge. Another vehicle is information. You understand? People that do well in life, they know something that people that don't do well don't know. You get? So you must learn to invest in information. If you need to pay for access, please pay. Please pay. Somebody can have one information that will transform your game for you, right? Like I said, at the end of the day, what we determine how far or how well you will do in this space is what you have exposed yourself to, right? I'm not expecting everyone in this class to get the same result, but you can predict your own result, right? Based on the conditions you have fulfilled, based on the things you've invested in, based on the things you've done, right? If the athletes, the celebrities will celebrate today, right, didn't get there by chance, don't think you will succeed as a UI designer by chance. It's going to come from deliberate effort, conscious effort you have put in, right? So I want to urge you, as you are listening to this video, as you are watching this video, you need to take this thing like your life dependent. Another thing that helped me succeed was that I was desperate for success. If you are not desperate, if you are not desperate to succeed, forget success. If you are not desperate to make it work, forget about it, right? So you must be desperate to see that, oh, that UI design journey you are pushing, you will get to the end, you will meet your goal. And as you journey through the path, you a lot of things start opening up for you. Be seeing new things to probably delve into. Some places here, like I said, will get into Web3. Some we do fintech. Some we do e-commerce. Some we open a tech school. Some we open design agency. Right. Once you've gotten all the information I'll be sharing with you guys in course of this mentorship, and you still invest in more knowledge. Somebody say more knowledge. You invest in more knowledge, you are definitely guaranteed to succeed in this part. So I think I'm going to stop here for now because of time. But I'll do a recap. First of all, you need to understand the goal, you need to understand the conditions you need to fulfill because life is a function of law and cause and effect, right? So if you don't do this, you won't get this. You get that? So understand the goal. Let your goal be clear. Designer is what you want, not just a designer that will say, I've been 4 years in this space. No, a designer. Don't worry, guys. I'm recording this session.
You can as well just do like a quick summary of the class. Someone can just talk and
Hello
then give us
guys,
a quick
hello
summary
guys.
of the
I'm
class.
recording this session, so I will send you the video at the end. Even as my network cut me off, I've been recording, so don't worry. You understand? So I'm already wrapping up because Google Meet is kicking us out. So you must be desperate for success. You understand? You must be desperate for success if you will succeed here. Don't worry, anything you didn't hear, I've said it already. I have 2 minutes more. So I just need us to do something very quickly right now. Use the comment section and type I must succeed as a UI UX designer. I will pursue to the no, type I will pursue to the very end. I will pursue to the very end. I've been recording this session, right? So I'm wrapping up. So everything I've said I didn't hear, you will watch it in the video. I'm going to upload this on YouTube. So just type, let's make a comment, not just here. Go to the WhatsApp group and type I will pursue to the very end. I will pursue this skill till it works. You understand? That will be all for now. I wish you guys a beautiful night rest. I'm going to work on the video, put it on YouTube, and share the link, right? So I believe I've shared a lot. You might pick one or two things that will fire you up to pursue this thing, like your life depends on it. So go to the WhatsApp group now. I want to see the WhatsApp group on fire. Type, I must pursue this skill to the end. It's a commitment you are making. Thank you. Good night. God bless you.